Are you excited to be here?
Yeah, I'm so excited to be here.
Oh my God, Veldhoen.
Velhoen, yes.
That is
yes.
the most incredible last name. It's so beautiful. I think when pronounced right, but people probably like I've been
Every
through
single
this.
person messes
Okay.
it up. So
Okay,
yeah,
I've
you
lived
get this
through
as
this.
well.
Like especially, well, first of all, we'll start here. Welcome to Gorilla Cheeks.
Thank you.
I'm so excited that you're here. Today, like super special guest, and it's Canadian here in Los Angeles right now with me, which is
We're
awesome.
doing it.
We're doing it. High five. Yay. Hannah Veldhoen.
Yay, that's me.
Yay, Alex.
Toronto.
Yes. We have to talk about the hat because I am okay. Well, first and foremost, we were talking about how to pronounce our names, and especially here in the U.S., people have difficulty with mine. It's because it's French Canadian.
Yeah.
Genevieve or Genevieve. I'll accept either. Dubé. Carpenter, easy.
It's a double whammy.
It's a lot. It's like 23 letters in my name. I don't even have a middle name.
Oh yeah, that's like a French thing, right? Like none of my French things have
nobody
have middle
else
names.
Nobody else would get that. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Okay, so you're saying you must get that in Canada. You must get it everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere. But like people know it's Dutch, but beyond that, they're like, and how do you say it? So they can identify what it is, but they still can't pronounce it. So you just get used to it, though. You're like, yeah, just say it however you want.
So your dad, obviously, Dutch. Is your mom as well?
No, that whole family is like Irish English, so it's like Johnson, so easy to pronounce, but that wasn't my fate. Like they went Dutch.
Do you feel like I'm sure you're like proud to have that last name. It's like
I kind of am.
Yeah,
I kind of like there's such a small community of Dutch people in Canada that you all kind of end up knowing like each other, or like you're like, oh, your aunt was my like second grade teacher. Like that's how small it is. Yeah. So I like it.
I dated a guy whose family was Dutch. In Toronto. Yeah. Ollie Turner, I think his name was.
Okay, but Turner's definitely not Dutch.
Yeah, I think it was his mom's side. Yeah.
Right, mom's side? Okay, would love to know what the mom's last name was.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. I wouldn't know. Probably can't pronounce it either, even if I did know it. But oh my God, okay. Very cool. You are here in Los Angeles. Have you been here before?
I've been here a handful of times before. This is my first time doing comedy though.
Oh,
like working.
Exciting.
Yes, very exciting.
Oh my God. What were the purposes of your trips before?
Always just for fun, because LA is like iconic. So like when you live in like frigid Canada, you're like, like, where do you go to escape this like frozen wasteland? And you're like, I think Los Angeles is warm. And
well, it's nice because when it's hot here too, like I don't know if you were here for part of the heat wave the other.
I like feel like it just ended when I arrived because everyone was like really sick and upset
about it. Yeah.
And they're like, it's been so hot.
I was like, okay, try surviving a Toronto summer with the humidity, because it's not humid here. Which is nice.
It's not.
Yeah,
it's not.
Just straight heat when it's hot.
If you like don't move here, you're fine.
Yeah, you're great.
In Toronto, you can't get away from it. Even if you don't move, it consumes you.
You're
wet. You wake up.
Yeah,
disgusting.
It's a different kind of heat. And it's so frustrating because like so excited for summer when you're there and then it hits and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you're like, was this what I missed?
Yeah.
That doesn't feel right.
I love that you're wearing your Jay's hat.
Yes, Jay's hat. So okay, when I put it on, because I actually borrowed it from the Brittany Lysing, who I'm staying with. And I was like, man, I'm going to get hate for this, right? Because they beat us, obviously, World Series, Game 7, inning a million or whatever it was. I was like, oh, I'm going to get hate. Everyone has seen it and been so nice.
I know.
I keep getting free shit. I'm like, oh, they feel sorry for me.
No, it's also because you have great tits and a great personality.
I thought so too, because I'm like, my tits are out. They see the Jay's hat, so you're like, aw.
So yeah.
We'll
it's like a combination of
truly. It feels like a little compilation prize. So let me give you this. Yeah.
I have my Jay's hat out here as well. Like I'm like an avid, like I fuck with baseball heavily.
Okay.
And so I would always say when I'm here, like I would go to multiple Dodgers games.
Yes.
But when people would ask me, okay, so like Dodgers or Jays, I would always be like, I can't pick. Like I love both for different reasons. I grew up on the Jays. Like we'd go to games when I was little, that kind of a thing. I can't pick. And when it was looking like the Jays might be playing the Dodgers in the World Series, everyone was like, you have to pick now.
Yeah,
and I was like,
you were in divorce court. Pick mom or dad.
Literally, which I think my parents got divorced because my mom is a Habs fan and my dad's a Toronto fan, so probably that.
They got divorced at the end of the World Series.
No, honestly, hockey. Like, my mom's a Habs fan.
No, that is a lot, though.
And Toronto.
And it was Habs versus your dad was Leafs?
Yeah, this was like I don't even know. Yeah. Obviously, it's a joke, but like my mom is diehard, Canadian fan. Canadian fan.
Yeah.
But okay, that's so funny. So I realized I had to pick in that moment.
I had to pick.
It's so silly. But I was
last inning.
I was like, hold on, it has to be the Jays. It's like before the World Series started.
Yeah,
I'm like, it's gonna be the Jays. No, I mean, I was in Canada and I was like, no, this is what I grew up on. And also, like, the Jays are the only Canadian baseball team.
Yes.
We used to have the Expos, Montreal Expos, and then they were moved to like somewhere. Was it Seattle or something? Portland? Or where did the Expos move to? I don't know. They became another franchise.
Yeah.
And we only have one team in Canada, which is why it was so...
They need you.
Yeah.
Yeah, they need boots on the ground in
LA.
That's what I realized.
I know. And I did realize that too. Even the other day, I was speaking to someone who lives in New York. They were here. And he was saying, like, we were all rooting for Toronto.
That's what, because like we knocked New York out, right? So I feel like New York, I heard this, they're like, we actually kind of are happy. Like, if the LA wins, it's like, okay, well, at least they beat the guys that beat us. But they're like, but if the Blue Jays win, they beat LA. And I'm like, yeah, I totally feel that.
Everybody, I mean, it's been quite a few people I've talked to from other parts of America.
Yes.
The United States, that were like, we were really gunning for the Jays. We wanted them to win.
Because even like, if you go to like upper New York, like they don't really, I don't know that they fuck with I mean, New York
maybe
as
it's
much.
a West Coast versus East Coast.
I feel like we can kind of get like Buffalo and stuff like that on our sign. Yeah. Because I've heard like other people from around Toronto, they'll be like, no, we like Toronto. So for cheering for the Jays. I'm like, yeah, that's really sweet. We get a few Americans as well on our side.
Thank you so much, guys. We really appreciate that.
Yeah, but everyone's been so nice. Every day I'm like, okay, let me like fight a Dodgers fan today.
Somebody, please.
They're so kind.
Yell a slur at me, a Canadian
exactly.
Like, yell a
Canadian slur at me.
Something, please.
Nothing. They're just like, oh, we love that. We love the Jays.
So you came out recently. Came out here, not came out like in that way. Sorry, fuck. And you're loving your time here. It's your first time performing. How has that been going?
It's been so good. Oh my god, the shows are so good. So we, the reason I came out was because we had kind of like a little showcase at the Improv.
Incredible.
Which was,
I saw.
Yeah, it was so much fun. Jim Jeffries was headlining that. It was just like the best time. So it was fun. But then I've just like hopped on a few other shows, and again, I feel like I don't feel like a huge outsider here because it is kind of like such a big community that a lot of the comics are like meeting each other on the shows I'm at. Yeah. So I don't feel like I'm like completely out of the loop. I'm like, oh, everyone kind of doesn't know each other. Yeah. And even like with it's very like neighborhood based. So then I'm just like kind of figuring out, I'm like, what's the vibe of the neighborhood I'm in?
Sure.
And then making jokes about that. And the audiences like really love that.
Loving that.
It's not like I'm like, oh, this big outsider from Canada. No. I'm just like, okay, what's Pasadena like? And then just kind of going with that. Yeah.
I think like, it's, you kind of feel like an outsider until you step into a green room or something, because like comedy is community that everyone can relate to no matter where you're from, like clearly, which is really cool. So like I'm glad that that's been your experience. I'm glad you're doing comedy here this time and fucking crushing it.
Thank you.
Speaking of like areas and little communities, like what area are you staying in?
I'm staying in Sherman Oaks.
Okay, wow.
Which is I don't know, like what do you think about Sherman Oaks?
I don't have much. I've spent a little time there, not enough to have an opinion other than
I think it's just like kind of suburban.
It's more suburban. Yeah. It's definitely more you need to drive, even though a lot of LA is that way. But you can't just go for a leisurely stroll and be at like an incredibly interesting restaurant
like
or cocktail
great
bar.
hikes, but they're like 20-minute drives away. Yeah. But we've been doing that. Like I've been hiking all week, and it's like stunning views. But like the only reference I had to Sherman Oaks was there was a song that I've listened to for years by X's called Sherman Oaks. And I was like,
okay, wait, I don't know it. X's. I know
I'm
X's.
I'm gonna send it to you. You know X's? Okay, yes, so they have a song named Sherman Oaks, and when they were like, "Oh, we're gonna stay in Sherman Oaks," I was like, "Baby, I'm about to have." You're
like, I don't smoke, but
literally, I was like, I'm gonna fall in love. I'm gonna get my heart broken. I'll be smoking at the end of some guy's driveway. This is gonna be epic. And then I'm like, kind of okay, just a little suburban. And it's very suburban. There's a Ralph's. Shout out the Ralph's. Shout
out Ralph's. At least it's not a Vaughn's. Could be worse.
Yeah. Well, okay. Do you fuck with Albertsons, or is that for the poor? I even lived in Vegas for a little bit, and I was like, I was an Albertsons girly. Yeah.
Okay, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, but then I came here, and I'm like, no one goes to Albertsons.
Man, you should have like. So, are you going straight back to Canada after this, or bopping around?
No, straight back to Canada. We should have done a grocery store tour.
That would have been really funny, actually, because of all of the. I feel like when I was younger, the thing to do when you came to the US was like go to Trader Joe's,
go to whatever, and be like,
of course, snacks.
Trader Joe's and Target were like,
and Target.
Yeah, I still know girls that are doing that. I'm like, honey, it's not 2016
and
anymore.
It's not that exciting anymore in Target either.
Yeah, we've all been to Trader Joe's. Okay,
no, I did the first few years I started coming out here. I had like family members that would like ship stuff to where I was staying to bring home. I was like, guys, in what world do you think that I, of all people, had space in my suitcase for this shit?
Yeah.
I have like 10 pairs of shoes. Half of them I'm not going to wear.
Need you to take this pasta sauce home.
No, like truly, like unhinged. My one sister ordered a sweatsuit from Target. I'm like, you don't need this.
Truly, but I still have friends doing this, that they like order something from America, but they have to like pick it up in Buffalo. Like they order it to a holding place. And to me, I'm like, to drive to Buffalo to pick it up.
Just pay the duty fees.
It's so like, funny to me.
I don't have the like. I would much rather go into overdraft paying a shipping fee
than to drive
to my address
Buffalo.
Than to drive. 100%.
My brother will go on like Buffalo Facebook Marketplace, and I'm like, you gotta stop.
You gotta stop.
He's like, it's for a specific item, Hannah.
Where does he live?
He's in Toronto with me.
Fuck yeah. Okay, yeah. I was gonna say, okay, so you're based in Toronto, obviously.
No, it's what he does is utterly ridiculous. Okay, no, I'm in Toronto. Yeah, based in Toronto. No, it's unacceptable to pick up a Facebook Marketplace. It's like a wicker chair. I'm like, just buy it at IKEA.
A wicker chair?
No, it's so insane.
Just make it yourself.
No,
get a hobby.
And he is good at making things. I'm going to say that. You should have made it yourself.
Many more hobbies. Learn how to wick.
Oh, honestly, he needs less hobbies. I will say that about my brother. He like grows his own shrooms. Okay. He's on like that level of hobby at this point. And I'm like,
he's got a green thumb. Yeah.
I never want to do his homegrown shrooms. I'm like, I don't need to die from this, you know?
No. and then have you feel guilty after.
Yes,
like that's gonna be a scar on your life for the rest of your
life. If you killed your sister with homegrown shrooms.
100%.
You can't live with yourself after that.
That's actually so funny.
Have to explain it to our parents? No.
My brother doesn't grow shrooms, but he has a big ranch in Alberta. And part of it, other than being like a cattle ranch, is he has a hay farm.
Oh shit!
And I didn't know that was like an actual.
I didn't know they had farms for hay, but
yeah, it's a part of it. He's got this big ass field that's a hay. It's like a hay field, and I'm like, I thought it was just like whatever was like dead and left over.
Was around.
Yeah, like.
You just like found it, and you're like, all
sure.
right.
Like literally, I genuinely what I thought. Like I can keep a plant alive. I was like, that's going towards a hay pile. That's a hay.
A dead plant is hay.
Literally. That's kind of what I thought until
grow dead plants.
When he told me that, I was like, "What do you mean?"
That's crazy. Yeah, men are just making stuff up at this point.
Truly, that formula, like, that was probably the epitome of like a guy having a hobby, like growing shrooms 200 years ago.
Yeah,
or probably longer than that, because domestication's been around for a while of animals and stuff. But
years ago,
but like several thousand years ago, some guy was for sure like, you know what?
A man got a hobby. And now we're here.
Fuck. And now we have IBS.
That's so funny.
And dental issues. Okay. Now we have cavities because of your shit.
Now I can't have dairy. Okay.
Yeah. God, it's so hard being a hot girl.
Have you been to this farm in Alberta?
Oh my God, so many times.
Is it a fun time?
It is my favorite place to visit. I got a horse out there. It's my favorite place to visit. But I can only do Seymour.
Wow.
It's technically my brother's horse, but like he's mine.
Oh,
because
yeah.
they have other horses, and like that is my guy.
When you go there,
and he I literally one time I got there, I was so excited, I opened the truck door and I was like, Seymour, like yelling, and he literally, I could hear him neigh, and then he came running to I was like, my God,
wow. What do you do with him? You ride him?
Yeah, I ride him very poorly.
Oh, nice.
I get thrown off a lot.
Do you really? That's so scary.
No, only because he has this bad habit that hasn't been fixed. Imagine it was like bad habit, he's doing meth.
Yeah.
But bad habit of like when you ask him abruptly to like stop for like a quick stop, he locks his 2 front legs, and so you go flying.
Oh, you go forward.
Yeah, over his shoulder.
Interesting.
He doesn't buck me off.
Yeah, that's good.
It's accidental.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and he feels bad about it, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think he
wrote me an apology letter.
Yeah. Seymour. Great name. God, I love him.
He's so cute. Anyway, I'll show you videos after.
Would love.
Like an annoying pet owner. Yeah, there was like so many things you were just saying that my brain was kind of running around. Okay. How do we even get into this? So we know each other.
Yes.
From comedy, obviously.
Yeah,
from
Toronto comedy.
Mm-hmm. Which is like, I'm so glad you're here. It actually makes me happy.
I know. I totally forgot actually that you lived here. And then when you're like, "Are you in LA?" I'm like, "Oh yeah."
Yeah. I'm back and forth.
Because you're back and forth so much.
I'm back and forth so much.
Well, other people were like, "Isn't she from Hamilton?" I'm like, "I think that's one of her homes."
Yeah, no. I grew up in like Ancaster and Dundas. I have an apartment in Dundas. 10-minute walks from my dad's. So yeah, 100%. But so I'm so happy you're here. We met at I think the first time was Yuck Yucks. We were on that show together in Yuck Yucks. We've been on a few shows together.
We always end up doing, I think, shows at Yuck Yucks together is our most common Toronto hangout. Yeah. Which is fun. Because we always, whoever goes up first goes, "I'm 35 or I'm 36. Don't I look fucking amazing?" And then the audience goes, "Yay!" Normally, that's what I know. Every time you go up, I'm like,
no, I like to just go. I like to go like 35 years old. Nobody racks. I'm like,
yeah, you should be giving me a standing O right now.
Yeah, how dare you? Like, wouldn't have minded a gasp. Like, whatever. Yeah, I do tend to open that way because I like it to give a little like.
No, but I mention it every single set I do as well. I'm like, I'm 36 and it's actually fucking amazing.
Yeah, it's the best.
Yeah,
it's gorgeous. I love it.
Yeah.
How do you? Are you? Do you date? Who do you like
dating? Yeah, I'm kind of like, oh shit, I'm taking like a tiny break. I don't know. I don't even know if I'm taking a tiny break from it, but I recently got sober.
Okay,
so thank you. Great. So I think like it's like a little bit difficult. Like
you're figuring out what that looks like now sober.
Very much so.
Like congratulations.
Thank you so much. Yeah, like I have been on dates and I have like seen a few guys since being sober, but it is kind of like alcohol is like so meshed with dating.
The best lubricant.
Yes, so it is tough to be like, because I'm not like against anyone else drinking, so I'm like fine if my date drinks, but it's
do you ever feel sorry? Okay, do you ever feel, because I've had to figure out how to navigate this, especially in Los Angeles. Like I'm single as well, and I don't really date much. Like it has to be somebody that really catches my attention in some way, that comes across my desk, that kind of a thing. I've always been that way though. I've never really dated just to like date or fill time.
Yeah,
but I get, especially in Los Angeles, going on dates with people that are sober, which is wonderful. But I never know what the protocol is on the other side because I drink. So I'm like, are they okay with me ordering a beverage? Is that uncomfortable? Like, is that
I feel like
disrespectful?
If they're not, no, not at all. I feel like if they're not, that's on them to then set that boundary when they date.
Absolutely.
Because like, I'm so okay with it. But I also like, I was with a guy and like, he was like, even if we were hanging out, he was drinking, and I'm like, I feel at this point, I'm like, I ask him, I'm like, can you just like not? Like, I'm okay if we're like on a date or we're at dinner and you're getting a drink, but if we're just like hanging out, watching TV, I'm like, you don't need exactly. I was like, you don't really need it right now, so like, can you just wait until I'm gone? And he was like, oh yeah, okay. Like he didn't really think about it, but that's like a boundary like, I have to set.
Peaky Blinders, can you not? Like,
I know. Well, I was just like, you know what bothered me was like, because he would always drink beer and like I could like taste it and smell it on him. So
my god, thank you for saying that.
Yeah, so I'm like, this isn't nice for me, and especially if I'm not drinking, I'm like, I don't really want to taste your beer, your after beer in my mouth.
Ew, after beer?
Yeah, but in general, like when men like reek of beer, I'm like, it's not a nice scent.
No, because beer is gross.
No, like a scotch is much, a whiskey. I'm 100%. Like, bring it on. But a beer, I'm like,
sorry, my breath smells like delicious rosé. Yeah. You're welcome. Yes, get the fuck out of here.
Exactly.
I will say, like, okay, so I try not to have too many rules, and I like to stay relatively open-minded, but I did go on a date with somebody, and they kissed me after because everything was great other than the fact that they smoked.
Oh, were they smoking on the date?
They did step outside, and like generally I would kind of maybe not entertain that because I also have really bad asthma and shit too.
And it's gonna be like, if things progress, it's gonna be
and I had to say, and it's not that they were conscious of it and kind about the fact that I have asthma. So like, not speaking negatively about that, they weren't like thoughtless. But like literally after they kissed me and my asthma got bad.
Whoa.
And I was like, hey, like, I'm so sorry. Like, I think you're wonderful. But I would never ask somebody to change their habits to date me. That is nightmare fuel. Like, absolutely not. Would never ever. It's of your own volition, whatever. So I'm not even going to entertain dating you because of that. Like, I want you to choose what's right for you. I'm like, but unfortunately, like, this is the situation. And they flew off the handle.
No, really?
Yeah,
that's ridiculous.
They thought I was.
Then they're a psycho.
Yeah, well, it was absolutely like I was not expecting. I should have seen some signs of it. Like, that's I didn't
crazy.
Really. The sign I should have seen was.
Did they step outside to smoke meth? Like, what were they smoking?
No, literally. And I should have fucking like. I have like this one thing that bothers me a lot when people do it too. And I should have fucking known that we weren't gonna mesh because, or he was maybe not very patient with things or open-minded. I don't know. I have this thing. I didn't get back to him answering something for like a couple of hours, which is normal.
Totally normal. You've said nothing insane yet. Go on.
Yeah, so completely normal. And then I got a message, a second text, which is fine. Please double text me. I love a double text. I'm good with that.
Okay.
It wouldn't matter if it wasn't. He sent a question mark.
Oh,
and that I was like,
a single question mark is like, are you gonna fucking answer me or not? No, that's a single question mark.
I see it as hello.
Yeah,
like I would never send that unless I wanted to be called psychotic.
Question mark.
Like, I fucking and especially men. I'm like, leave it for the women to be that insecure. Like, get the fuck out of here.
I know you should. Yes, 100%, 100%. He should be out chopping wood somewhere. He should be building a fire, but instead he's sending you a single question mark, and that's what happens when men don't have a hobby. They're sending single question marks.
Get to some woodworking.
Get into woodworking.
Get a new strain of hay.
You should have just responded, get into woodworking.
Yeah, just something. Anything.
Pick up a hammer and a chisel, you fuck.
Literally, winter is coming faster than you think again. Let the wood dry out. It's got to dry out once it's, like, literally go build a home.
Yeah, build shelter. You should be busy.
100%.
No, truly. That's insane. Okay, hate that.
Yeah, so that was like already, I was like, ugh.
Yeah, because a double text is fine. I never hate a double text. If someone's like, hey, so sorry to bug you again, but I do need to know the answers. I'm like, oh,
thank you so much, because my ADHD ass will have maybe read it or sort of, or like and been like, okay, I'm going to answer that later, and then I fully forget. My text messages, my DMs.
That's me. That's me.
Okay, you too.
Okay, but single question mark is him sitting alone in a dark room, stewing.
It's no good.
Why hasn't she fucking texted me yet? Why hasn't she sent anything? That's what that was.
And I didn't want to have like, but I was like, oh, I'm going to hate this. And I recognized that
smoking
at that point.
In a dark room.
Just with just like the bad overhead lighting, not one of these gorgeous.
No, he had bad lighting for sure. He said that in bad lighting. Yes.
Yeah, and that's what was the real problem. Probably.
And then he also smoked. And then and then I couldn't breathe around him as well, was the other thing.
There's also that.
But you would have gotten used to that.
No, I wouldn't. My fucking asthma. Like, I know. I'm a little bit like my little baby lungs, my little pathetic.
No, I know. I dated a smoker, and this is the other thing you have to remember about dating a smoker, which it never because I lived in Europe as well. He's very European, so everyone there is going to be a smoker. I was in Amsterdam for a year, and then I was in Barcelona for a little bit as well.
Okay.
Yeah, but everyone there is a smoker. Yeah, and and then everyone is. But this is what you have to remember: if you date a smoker, for the rest of your life, they will be trying to quit smoking.
Oh, I know.
And that is a thing you have to cheer them on while they're doing.
I know.
And it's going to take a lot out of you.
I know.
And then you're going to see them smoking again. You go,
And then
really?
Yeah, that's crazy.
More again.
I just went through all of your withdrawal fucking mood changes, and now
I found 1,000 toothpicks around the apartment that you were chewing on while you're trying to quit. Oh, but you bought another pack. Yeah, so that honestly, you saved yourself that. You saved yourself vacuuming up cute like toothpicks every day.
I would lose my fucking mind.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
It's a lot.
Do you know what's crazy they don't have here? They don't have bagged milk here.
No, that's a very Canadian thing. And then not even everywhere in Canada, apparently.
Oh.
Do they have bagged milk on the farm?
As
or do you guys just drink it out of a cow?
They learn, yeah.
You guys just go right for the udder.
It's perfect. Yeah, it's basically a straw. Goddamn. I don't know, but I remember posting something a while ago about my brother. So mean. We bully each other. It's healthy.
Yeah,
it's
no,
not...
I have 2 brothers. That's
perfect.
That's what you do. Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Okay, thank God. So I called him a bag of milk.
Nice.
Online
Good
and
insult.
something. He was like in his bathing suit. So not kind for body dysmorphia. Like, anyway, he was very pale. He has the farmer's tan at all times. He's the literal example of it. And I was like, he looks like a bag of milk or something. And everyone, like all of my American friends and followers were like,
what are you talking about?
Bag of milk. I was like, excuse me?
They get freaked out by bags of milk. But you know what bags of milk are great for? Did you ever reuse the bag?
No.
Oh, so my family, we're a big reason. So afterwards, you cut the top. Because like, you just cut the corner. You cut the corner. So at the very end, so if you've never seen a bag of milk before.
You basically have like a plastic jug, not glass.
People, they don't even know what the jug is here. When they see the jug, they're like, what's that for? Like a weird juice jug? I go, no, that's a milk bag jug.
No,
it's like
it can,
oval.
and it's allowed to be plastic because things aren't touching it just while they're plastic.
Yes.
But you put, it's actually so funny when I think about it. You put a bag of milk in this thing.
Plop it right in.
And you have to shake it.
Yeah, you got to smack it out. You got to smack it
on the counter.
Have you ever had it where you pour a bag of milk, whole thing falls out? I had that at my friend's house, and they were like, why would you pour it like that? I'm like, why didn't you smack it?
You got to do the smack.
You put it in.
Haven't you ever tried to put on a pair of skinny jeans when they're not fitting right? You gotta do some
that's literally what it is.
Okay, oh my God, have you ever cut the hole too big?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God, and then you gotta pour and just screams coming out of that.
You really gotta be careful with that.
Sorry for the audio, my bad, Alex. That was aggressive.
Then when you're done the bag of milk, what poor families
wait, before we get there.
Go on.
Also, some people put stickers on
the jugs.
Yeah.
And that's not us.
That wasn't us either.
We would wash it, every once in a while you wash the jug. There should be sterile.
There was like cow stickers on the outside of some of my friends. And
that's too whimsical.
Respect, but like
it's there to do a job.
Yeah, I don't understand that. Okay, anyway, sorry, continue.
So then after you just cut the seam at the top, wash it out, you would just wash it out with your dishes or whatever.
Yeah.
And then honestly, the strength of that bag, remember, nothing got through it.
Yeah.
So it's great when you need it, and because Ziploc, not always they break for certain stuff.
Yeah.
The milk bags, they were like a hot commodity in our house when there was a
industrial
fresh
strength.
Yeah, industrial strength.
Well, because listen, Canada, if nothing else, is very concerned about the food products. They want to make sure like that's why our cereal is better than your cereal in the US.
No, it's so
the ingredient list is smaller for a reason.
Yes.
Like it's just
just everything, even fast food in general. When I come here and I eat McDonald's, I go, and what's that?
Yeah.
And what's that?
Yeah, no, literally.
It's
and
not
why
the same.
do I feel like my face gained 10 pounds in a meal because whatever? It's crazy.
Some kind of you're bloated and sickly after.
No, like truly. And I know that I know Americans that talk about like going to Europe and eating like way more, but they lose weight during the time and different things.
Yes.
Like that is almost Canada is sort of like the intermediary.
Yes, 100%. Because I lived in Europe, and even there, it took me a minute to get used to there not being sugar packed in everything. Because that is one thing we still do. We don't do the high fructose corn syrup in Canada, but we do still throw real sugar into everything. Went to Europe, I was like, everything kind of tastes a little plain here, and I was like, oh, I'm not being like pumped full of sugar every day. And I like had to learn, my palate had to learn like what the foods tasted like, what real food tasted like. And then you come back to Canada, you go back to America, and you're like, what am I eating? Yeah, but that's so true. But better tomatoes in LA. You guys win.
You got that on
the
tomato. Yeah, and so many avocados.
And the avocados.
Yeah, I will say, congratulations.
Way to go.
I think, okay, but we're number one for corn.
Oh.
There's parts of the US though.
Yeah.
There's somewhere in the middle.
Yeah.
Doing something
I feel
corn.
like, pretty much all in North America, we can grow a cob of corn, right?
Yeah. But Ontario specifically.
Ontario, good corn. That's true. Very good corn. Yeah.
But those bags are indestructible because I think Canada's so concerned about like having food go bad or nothing.
Oh, true.
So they're like, and also I don't know. I mean, of course we must have. I'm not a big fan of like the dairy, like the corporate, like industrial dairy farms. Makes me sick to my stomach the way that what they do, and I don't know if I have as much as that.
I worked on a cattle farm in
cattle
Australia.
Okay.
Well, no.
No, okay, yours is not. Okay,
no.
okay.
No, truly, pretty much
Wait,
what
Australia,
I learned. Yeah, I also lived in Australia
like,
for a bit.
Okay.
But I worked on a cattle farm there, and I will say, like, it was even kind of like a smaller cattle farm. But at a certain point, like any farm where you're getting something from the animals, you are harming them at some point. Yeah. Like that's just life. It's like even on the nicest, sweetest farm, at some point you're making them do shit they don't want to do.
Was it like meat or dairy?
They farmed for steaks.
Okay, same with my brothers.
But we would also have a whole dairy section because you're getting milk to give to all the other animals.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a whole cycle there.
Okay.
So there was a lot of young calves on the farm, so you do need a bunch of milk every day to give to them.
Yeah, because there's also discrepancies between like, so I help with I would say my brother's ranch is like a pretty happy cattle ranch in the sense of every year, like every baby that's born that is a female cow, we'll call it, kept happy. Yeah. The male cows, unfortunately, become steers. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
we did that too.
Those are the ones that in like a year, sayonara. But my brother's like, I don't want to know anything about it. Like we raise them and then like, okay, bye. But all the female cows stick around and they're treated very well. They're relatively happy.
Did they get to stay with their mommies?
Yes.
So ours didn't.
Oh my god, I came in here. I'm gonna throw up.
It was okay.
Oh, that's why you need them. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say.
Taking a baby.
Stop. No,
I know.
I'll
stop, but just know it was bad.
My hairs are all standing up.
Yeah.
My face hairs too.
No, it was bad.
Because we had to do the 1 year. So I helped with the branding, but like the 1 year that we did, I had to be there to help with like some of the births because my sister-in-law was away in Austria for something, and it's very like chaotic. It was like just my brother, and you need help. Because sometimes too cows have been in labor too long, and you can tell by how their lips are looking. Yeah. And if the water breaks, and then it's
and then you have to get the colostrum, the precious colostrum. Yeah.
Well, we'd have to like if they weren't going into labor fast enough, and then it puts like the baby and the mom in danger. Like we'd just be patrolling. You'd have to put them in the squeeze.
Oh wow, I don't think we had one of those.
So basically, nice. You walk, on horseback, and then you get the cow into the squeeze. It's a literal like squeeze. It's how we did the branding too, just so that nobody would get like actually hurt.
Oh, okay.
So they go into this like you funnel them into whatever, squeeze whatever. So I literally at one point, because another cow was like freaking out, my brother had to run. I had to like pull a calf out of this cow's vagina. I was like sideways, like deadlifting it out, like, my feet up on the thing, literally going at it. But basically, we knew that mom wasn't gonna like it was sad. So the baby, we called him Dopey. My brother kept him for a long time for me because as he was coming out and I was like pulling, his face was like in the sack and his tongue was out to the side in it. And then the rest of his life that I know of, he would always have his tongue out to the side. But he followed me around after like a puppy, like he thought I was his mom. And he would literally, I have a video of it. Like I'm sitting down, like petting him, and he's hitting my boobs.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how they get them out. Yes.
But that mom passed away. But what I was saying is, I thought when you said that you pump some of the cows for milk, because on that farm they're never taken away, like on my brother's. So essentially what we would have to do is, it's like kind of like hopefully on my brother's ranch, not hopefully because this is awful, but we had another mom cow, the baby passed away. And so this baby, the mom passed away. So what he did, this is part of it, I'm sorry, this is like horrible, but had to like skin the other baby, that the mom that's baby passed away put that hide over the other one, and they would tie it with twine under the belly.
Okay.
So the smell was there.
Yeah.
And eventually she took to it like it was her own baby.
That's interesting because we would throw calves at mamas as well. Like
there was no issue.
No.
Oh my God.
Well, they were annoyed because there'd be like 4 of them like feeding, but they were just annoyed as in like, any mom gets annoyed when there's too many babies.
Weird dynamic, like, because I don't know if it's because all the other moms got to keep their babies.
Yeah,
so it, was all
could
very,
be
like,
that they're just like they were like wet nurses, like
sure.
So that was for like the really young ones.
Okay.
But then when they reached a certain age, we were all feeding them.
Oh my God!
Like we were feeding them, and there'd be a lot. There was a ton.
How the fuck did you end up? Okay,
because you do your farm work in Australia to get your second year visa. So
you have to do farm work.
Yes, to stay for a second year.
Whoa.
Yeah, so that's what the farm I was on. Yeah.
Okay, what brought you out to Australia?
I just wanted to go. Like this was 2019. I was there. So yeah, I just wanted to hang out and travel for a year. So that's why I went. Yeah.
That's incredible.
But yeah, the farm work's a little insane. But I did like working on a cattle farm. You're like, it's like a whole new universe and you're like learning so much. I was actually mainly raising, there was like kids, like a family. Okay. The farmers were insane. But yeah, I was like raising their kids and I was like doing all the housework. But then my friends who were there as well, they were doing all the work on like the farm. So I would help them every once in a while. I'd go up and we'd feed. If there was like some emergency, I would like run and help them. But for the most part, I was like raising an actual human child.
Jesus Christ. Human child or cow? Which would you prefer to raise?
Oh, wow. See, we always had this debate and the girls would always pick cow, but I got very attached to the human baby. So like we would, because it was like a horrible place. So we would always play this game where we're like, if we ran away, what's the one thing you would take? And they would all pick like an animal and then I'd always pick the baby. I would pick Ruby.
So terrible.
Oh, it's a whole thing. I always end up talking about it, but I was 29 when I worked on the farm. Okay. Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. But I always picked the baby as my one thing I would grab. And then like the other girl had like a sheep that thought she was the mom. Like this was one night someone found a sheep that I think had been rejected by its family, a wild one, because there's a drought. So they think, hey, they literally choose because they're like, I can't feed both. So they pick the stronger one and the other one will get rejected. So they found it. So they brought it to us. And I was like, fuck that. Like, I don't want another thing to raise. But one of them's like, I'll raise it. So we would all help out, but she was the main one. And it literally followed her everywhere. Like she was like mommy to this little sheep.
I'm obsessed.
Yeah, it was really adorable. But yeah, at first I was like, here, like, cause you have to feed it every 2 hours. It's in the cabin with us. It's like crying at night. Aww. But then we all took turns and it was very cute. And she was mommy to this little baby.
Fuck, that's so cute. Mm-hmm. I can't believe, I guess obviously in nature, you just, what it's kid is more likely to survive? So I
never, because I was like, why would it just like reject one? And even like, but what happened?
Was like the obsession with the monkey recently, right? What was his name? Punch?
Yeah, Punch the monkey. Yeah. It happens like so often. I'm like, I guess it's survival. Yeah. Because even when we were there was another goat that had been on the farm for a while, but it was a very specific goat. It was an Angora goat, which they get like really fluffy and cute. And then I was just like hiking one day and I saw a bunch of Angora goats. I'm like, that's probably the goat's family. And I'm like, crazy that they're just out here. And I'm like we have
flaunting
your
their
son.
freedom. Yeah.
I'm like, we got
no
your
child
son.
support, no fucking child support.
I'm like, you're welcome.
I always feel like same thing. Like my mom is obsessed with my brother, even though I do everything.
You're the Angora goat.
Literally, I'm the one out here doing it. And she was like, he called me today for the first time in 3 weeks. I'm like, okay. I just had to listen to like anyway, I love you guys. But yeah, my it's literally like my brother could push me off the cliff and be like, she'd be like,
he's so strong.
Literally.
So funny. Strong boy.
Typical shit. Dude.
And then you climb back up. She's like, oh, you're still here. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, good job. Good job. You're so strong. Did you so are your parents in Toronto?
They're in Oshawa.
Okay.
So that's like Canada's Detroit, if you guys know that. It's it truly is. I went to Detroit for the first time last week. I went to Detroit.
For what? To get shot?
I wish.
To build cars?
No, because I was doing a show in Windsor.
Okay, yeah.
And then I literally, to my friend, I was like, do you want to just go to Detroit?
Pop over. I've heard the pizza's great.
That's
Stop
we're
it.
at the border, and he's like, "What are you guys doing here?" We're like, "We came for pizza," and he's like, "From Toronto," because he can see like where we're coming from, and we're like, "Well, we were in Windsor, so we thought we'd just come over." But then he was like, "Okay, well, this place is." He was like giving us recommendations.
Nice.
It was really cute.
He for sure wanted to sleep with you. It's fine.
Oh, that's, you know what? I'm here for it. Tits are out. Blue Jays hat on.
I don't mind being objectified like a little bit. Once in a while.
If you're gonna give me a good recommendation or a free Fresca, then let me know.
Oh, free Fresca.
So he was like, we went over and we had Detroit style pizza. It was very yummy. Detroit's like, it was like so funny. As soon as I was in Windsor, as soon as I was in Detroit, I was like, this is Oshawa. Like, it's they're car towns.
Is. Yes.
Oshawa's where GM Canada started.
Yes.
And then, of course, it's since left. And then same with Detroit and Windsor. You have Chrysler there or whatever.
We had all I think it was like all the major, like the big ones for a minute, like way back in the day.
Not in Oshawa. We were just GM.
Oh, in Detroit.
In Detroit.
It was like the car.
Yeah, because you can see all the buildings still have the names on it. It's like Ford, Chrysler. They all have it on there. So you're like
branding.
Yeah, at one point this was like the city for cars, and same with in Oshawa. You have your little rest belt, and now it's all shit. But you got Detroit has M&M, which is like good for them. We didn't get that, and they have every major sports team ever. Yeah. We got nothing.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I mean, I think Toronto's one of the OG hockey ones. What was it, the first 7 or something?
6, yeah.
First 6,
original 6.
That's
no, but I mean Oshawa.
Oshawa.
We have Oshawa Generals, which is fun. And people, I actually, there was a comic here that knew like the Oshawa Generals.
Because people that love hockey here love hockey.
Yes, they have to love it like so much more because they're in LA.
Yeah, I was actually, I do know somebody that is from New York who was talking. They knew all of that. I'm like, did you play hockey? They were like, no. They played like collegiate basketball. Yeah. I was like, how the fuck? Because I was saying my dad was a professional hockey, like he was signed to the Peterborough Petes and stuff. I know,
our biggest rival.
Yeah, exactly.
Oshawa versus Peterborough. And this go to a game.
Yeah,
go
to a game if you're watching this.
The Peterborough Pizza, that's the ones that would always sell out. When I worked the ticket office, so I'd go watch the games after. God. Belleville, which they don't have a team anymore, but Belleville and Peterborough, they would always sell out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Love it. Fuck you, Belleville. Bye.
Oh my God.
Bitch.
Fuck you, Belleville. Yeah, they couldn't find anyone in Belleville that wasn't on meth to join the hockey team, I guess. So they don't have one anymore.
Which is why it's so surprising that Peterborough does have a team, because like...
I know. Truly. Same with Oshawa. You're like, really?
It's kind of funny. I know. I think a lot of people here do not...
Wait, your dad was a Peterborough Pete?
Yeah.
That's so iconic.
He got... Oh, I stopped the blushing. You're like, maybe I will date again and date your dad.
You're coming from royalty. Canadian royalty.
So his signing bonus was his skates that he still has.
Oh my God. Did he get free college though, right? The boys get free college.
He had his pelvis broken. And that was
icon.
And he was a defenseman, so like he was doing his job.
Good for him.
But yeah, I know. Good for you, Dad. You broke your pelvis. You might know a little bit what it's like to give childbirth now, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, the poor man. So yeah, he broke his pelvis, and anyway, he went to Waterloo after that.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I was there. I was working in Oshawa when John Tavares was there, who's captain of whatever.
Whoa. Yeah. Now he's captain of the Leafs.
Eh?
No, wait. Johnny Tavares?
Yeah, Tavares.
Think of Tavares.
Is he on the Leafs?
He was on the Leafs for a minute, and then I think he was, and then he came to the Leafs. I think right before retirement. I don't know if he's retired or not.
He might be retired now. I think this year he might be,
because now I think it's like it's either Matthews or someone like that now. That's
Austin Matthews, who we all booed when he came back from visiting the president.
Oh, God.
Everyone booed. I'm like, relax.
Okay, guys.
He went to the White House.
He's American. It's an honor. I get it. I understand why the women's team didn't go, because he actively insulted.
I totally agree. But I'm like, if you're on the men's team and you don't go, that's insane. Yeah. That would be insane. I'm like, I don't like Trump. I don't agree with Trump. Yeah. But if I was on the winning team and they went to the White House, I'm gonna go up and be like, okay.
Yeah, but the one person, the odd person out.
So bad for like morale and like team. Like, you gotta go. You just gotta go and be like, hey.
That's the country. Anyway, you're representing your country, and at the end of the day, even if it's, I don't want to say anything too negative because my visa, but like,
don't cancel her visa. We love it here.
But like literally, I think at the end of the day, you still have to support your country.
You still have to go.
Even if it's not
even if it's not the president you wish was in office, you're still going to the White House to be like, hey, we won the gold. Good for us.
Yeah.
Like, that's how.
And good for them, because it hadn't been since like Lake Placid, like 1850 was the last time they won, I guess. So, which is funny. And like the women's American team,
when society was starting.
Yeah, basically. And I feel like the women's team, American team, has won so many times. Like it's always like a walk off. Okay, like now I'm like debating, do we get into like some silly stuff? But
whatever you want, get into silly stuff.
I like the support. Okay, what was your first car?
Oh, I've only had one car ever, Toyota Matrix.
Okay. Ooh, what
hatchback,
color?
Baby, silver, and I crashed it.
Good for you.
Thank you.
Did you total?
In the rain.
Total?
Well, I guess it was total because they wrote it off.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah. So I took a corner too fast in the rain, and I feel bad. I crashed into another car. But I do think they were kind of like hamming it up to try and get more money in court, but they didn't really get that much. I didn't even go. I sent a lawyer. They truly did. I think I was like, we're fine. Or maybe they're not. Who knows? God bless them. But I think they were, because even my lawyer was like, they're awful.
Okay. Good to know.
But they wrote my car off. But then the amount of money they gave me back for my car was like, because I kept it in good condition, was honestly great. I was like, honestly, I'm so happy I crashed my car.
Yeah, use that for something else.
They gave me so much back, and I was like, honestly, this was a good deal for me.
I've had friends, like I had this one girlfriend, she crashed her Jeep that was, I don't even know if it was ever worth this much. She got so much more back that she bought an Audi after.
Yes.
She was like, okay, profit. Like,
best case scenario.
Like, well, excuse me. Like, that's pretty incredible. I understand I understand lighting your business on fire now for the insurance money.
Sometimes you just gotta crash your car in the rain and be like, I'll take the check.
My bad. I'm just a girl. What do you want me to do?
I'm just a girl. I'll take the check. Thank you.
Okay. So if you are like dating somebody, or just even in the beginnings of it, do you prefer call or text?
Oh, okay. So like text is more comfy for me.
Of course, same.
But like I kind of love someone who's like so unhinged as to call.
I know.
Like I do, like when I do have a few friends that call, I'm like, we're really doing this.
Yeah.
Like I kind of do love it.
I see the phone ringing sometimes and I'm like, do I answer or not? Like am I in the mental position to?
But I'm kind of like, fuck yeah. Like mess my like let's do this.
Yeah. I like a voice note.
But voice note of it, I think that's a millennial thing though. Like everyone I know that's mid-30s were, well, at least I obsessed with voice notes. I'm a
big voice note girl.
I'll voice note on any app, even apps that you didn't think had voice
Instagram,
note.
Yeah.
Everyone. Any app that you have on your phone, you can find a voice note option, and I found it.
100%.
Google Maps. I'll voice note on Google Maps.
So yeah. Google AI, I heard really appreciates that actually.
What?
I've heard Google apps really appreciates Maps appreciates that about you.
Honestly, I hope there's a man at Google that's like obsessed with me.
I hope so too.
I would be so lucky.
Or like a CSIS or like a FBI agent that just is like, wait, what is she doing today?
I know, a whole team. Cute. I did have it. Okay, for a while, my Google was like sending me, it'd be like, your anniversary is coming up, and I was like single, and I was like, what man at Google's fucking with me right now?
No,
like sending, like pushing the anniversary thing. Just
it was probably just a stalker that was like had locked. Yeah, okay, yeah.
He wanted to be like, oh, what happens if I send this? I'm like crying, masturbating, whatever.
You're like, what anniversary? Yeah, you're like, I guess I'm gonna.
I literally said, what anniversary? And he's like, what are you gonna do now? What are you gonna do about it? I was like, cry probably.
Yeah, that's actually kind of funny. Have you ever had like a stalker?
I have one now. I got my first stalker. Okay. Oh my god. Iconic.
Yeah.
So I was selling something. Oh, I wonder if I'll see this.
God, probably.
Yeah, whatever. So I was selling something on Facebook Marketplace, and a man came to like my selling point, which was my apartment, but I live in an apartment building, so
it's
I like
so
don't
big
really,
that you're like not worried about.
It's actually 2 buildings, so I'm like, well, he doesn't know where, so whatever.
Yes,
but so he came to the like bottom, and he had like a drawing for me, and he knew everything about me, and I was like, okay, but are you still going to buy my bathing suit and
Yes or
shorts? And
no?
he said yes. So I was like, thank you.
Bathing suit and shorts.
Made the sale.
He's like, can you actually go quickly put these on and run around for a minute?
No, truly.
Then...
Well, the bathing suit, I'm like, I actually never worn this bathing suit. So like, have fun.
Probably so disappointed.
Yeah. So sorry, sir, if you're trying to get some juice from that. But the shorts, yeah, you know, he could have fun with those. But truly was like, I feel like I've kind of like made it a little bit of me is like, here we are.
No, actually, it's obviously flattering, but then it gets scary.
I mean, he hasn't, I think he reached out once after, but hasn't reached out since.
Okay, good.
So I'm like,
good.
It's fine.
And you haven't seen his like hard work somewhere in your
No, and the thing is, like with comedy, it's like we kind of like are like you're kind of hoping to get stalkers.
You want fan base.
Yeah, fan base is a little stalkery, and people
way,
like I have people that come
right.
see me like once or twice a month, and it's like. But that I'm like so grateful.
No,
I'm like,
same.
Thank you.
Yep, same.
Like truly, I'm like, come to any show anytime.
Yeah, please.
So
I'll give you a shout out.
Yeah,
Thanks.
truly. I'm like, ask me for a pic. I would love that. It would mean the world to me.
Please post it so I can repost it to make it look like people love me. Yeah. That's actually so fucking funny.
Do you have a stalker?
Not anymore. I had to like
not anymore.
No, I mean I have like some people that I would say are like fans in like a very friendly way, and like I engage with them on social media and stuff like that, and it's lovely, and I'm so grateful for it.
Yeah.
But I did have a situation at one point that like law enforcement had to get involved,
right?
And that was not fun.
Did it start because of comedy?
No, it was before comedy.
Whoa.
Yeah, but I used to do like fitness modeling and stuff back in the day. But it was it feels really violating.
Yes. Yeah.
It was a little tough. But
yeah, especially with fitness modeling, because like even with comedy a little bit, I am putting myself out there, but with that you're like, I never invited this,
right?
Like
you do feel like you put yourself out there in a few ways, especially because I was like sponsored by some companies, so there are some obligations with that, and photo shoots and different things, so you're like, okay, but it's not actively inviting, like, come to my thing and do this.
It is much different.
So that was an issue. That was very much creating new phone numbers to call, no matter how many times I blocked, showing up places.
I got your phone number, eh?
Figured out how to I figured out I would never post my car ever. Somehow, I don't know how, found out what car I drove.
Whoa.
Like would be at it was scary.
And did you have to go to court for this?
So what ended up happening is the police gave multiple warnings, and then I was dealing with this one female police officer who was wonderful for this, and he was still doing it for a minute, and then finally they were like, we are actually preparing papers to do this, and then I stopped hearing from him, and he stopped trying to contact me.
Okay, that's good.
So that was good, but I think at the expense of a smashed car window.
Wow.
And I'm positive, because it was right around the same time, like when it was kind of coming to a conclusion or at a climax or whatever. I drove out to my mom's, who lives in the country, like an hour from Hamilton, like out in the middle of nowhere kind of a thing, and my car was there, and I really think so. All of a sudden in the night, my dog, who's like a big dog, you know, she has a big scary bark, started freaking out, barking. I'm like, what's wrong with you? Like, it's fine. And my room at my mom's is on like the ground floor basically. And then I went to let her out. Finally, she was freaking out, and she went sprinting and sprinted out of the backyard.
Wow.
But everything's shut. Like the one gate, like my stepdad always keeps a zip tie on it to keep it locked.
Yeah. But it was open.
So, and it wasn't just open, it had been like a lighter had melted it.
No.
And in
Whoa, I've chills.
No,
that's
I know.
Scary.
I know. And like, how do you know where my place is? But it was like trampled. Like there's like a garden like right in front of my window down there. And I'm giving all the details right now so that you know where to find me when if I visit my mom. But and so I was like, I can't. Wow. This is spooky.
Yeah.
But So stalk me. You will have an effect on me.
Light stalking.
A light stalking's fun.
Welcome.
I enjoy it. It makes me feel special.
But that's too much.
No,
but your dog was onto it, eh?
Well, it's so funny.
She like figured it out. She's like, no, there's someone here that shouldn't be.
She heard something outside. Yeah. But she's funny because some noises don't bother her at all, like a lot.
No, but dogs know.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, she fully knew it was intention. Yeah, and it was a poor intentions. Yeah. That's great. They can sense it.
Well, no, she loves everybody. She's the kindest dog ever. She's so sweet. She's so loving. And there's only been a couple of times, like randomly we'll be walking down the street and all of a sudden she never actually like bites somebody, but she like wants to scare them, like, and it's always a man. It's happened like 3 times.
Yeah, because they probably have someone tied up at home somewhere.
Yeah, literally.
She knows. Yeah,
and it's like I'm just like, whoa, Lila. I'm like, she never does this.
Let her bite.
I know. Like literally, let her bite.
Yeah. Be sorry, she's never been wrong.
She has gorgeous teeth. Like I brush them, I take care of them.
Let her maul.
I want to talk about, if you're comfortable talking about this. Okay, so I think it's so fucking cool and empowering. Okay, and I also was so jealous of my cousins when we were younger when they had braces. You have braces right now.
I put that on the form.
For you. Okay, I'm like actually really like happy for you.
It was a huge decision because I got Invisalign. It really didn't work, and I do have to get jaw surgery kind of like in a year. That's what started this whole thing.
Okay.
Well, I don't have to, but I really want to because my jaw has been broken on this side.
Okay.
Which we don't even know when.
Okay, so you don't know.
I looked into it because I was like, hey, why is my face lopsided? And they're like, well, you broke your jaw at some point. I was like, news to me.
Cool.
And then I asked my mom, I was like, hey, remember when I broke my jaw that one time and you never mentioned it again? I was like, looking at her like,
she's like, that wasn't me. It was somebody in Oshawa. Somebody in Oshawa.
Well, her thing is, she's like, I know, truly, I did think it's funny because I'm like, growing up in Oshawa, I'm like, she's like, I think you smashed your face off the sidewalk one time.
Okay.
And I was like, well, why didn't you like take me to a dentist or like something? She goes, we did take you to a dentist. I'm like, I guess they just saw so many kids with like a smashed up face in Oshawa.
Oh my God.
They're just like, carry on.
My girl.
Like, truly didn't even register. Like, maybe this kid's jaw is broken and we should call someone or do something. No, send them on their way.
Yeah, like send maybe child protective services just in case, just as a backup.
Nothing. So then I just grew up with a broken jaw on this side. So now it's kind of all fucked up. So the surgery, I hope, will fix this if everything goes according to plan.
They have to like break it. Like
they do have to re-break it. So the braces, now they're just getting everything in the right position.
Incredible.
Then they're going to re-break it, set it, potentially shave it, potentially put something in, just so that everything's like kind of nice and normal there.
You're 50 Cent.
Yes.
This is so cool.
Yes. Well, or now I think Jake Paul or whoever, just in that last fight he had his jaw broken and it needed to be reset. I'm like, me and Jake.
Zac Efron.
While I don't want to look like
no, we don't want it to go that way.
Zac Efron
no. Oh, no. He looks like a cartoon character.
He looks insane.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm sorry. Yeah, God bless him. He's so sweet. Stay strong, Zachy.
He's doing just fine, by the way. We're like,
I know.
Well, I don't know.
The news came out that maybe he was like blowing men on the yachts. Remember that just like came out.
Which honestly, good for him. Then that sounds lovely for him.
No, you gotta do what you gotta do.
I feel bad for his jaw, like because the way that it barely moves, and I just got even. I'm thinking like, that poor jaw, if he's blowing men on that.
Well, now, do you think that's what it did it?
Like, well, no, I'm just thinking like stretching his jaw out. Now, maybe he's trying to, you know what I mean? Get better, get better movement in it again. Like that.
So I got braces now, which men online love to point out and be like, how dare you? And I'm like,
I want to point it out because I think it's like pretty dope. Like, it's
I know,
fucking like, listen, I have means, and I'm like, listen,
I have
my teeth
and
are
I'm gonna be hotter in 2 years. So
hot. Already so hot.
Thank you.
I can't even imagine the next like.
Yeah, exactly, boys. You hear that?
Wait, do you have any have you come across any guys that have like a fetish for braces?
No,
those are called pedophiles.
Every day
so
I wake up and I hope I'm someone's fetish.
Okay.
That is every day I go, who wants to fuck a 36-year-old with braces?
They're out there.
Well, I also said, I'm like, because everyone's like, oh, why'd you get them now? I'm like, well, all these billionaires are coming out as pedophiles, so.
I was about to make that joke. I was about to make that joke. Like, there's got to be someone on Epstein's list.
I know. I should just go down the list and be like,
just start DMing.
Who isn't arrested yet?
Yeah. Just start
DMing Bill
DMing.
Gates. Hey,
hello. Just using ones and zeros to message
girl.
him. Just use ones and zeros. Like
yeah.
that's a computer joke. I know stuff about computers. I'm smart-ish. Okay, that's actually so fucking funny. Wait, I had another question for you. Now my mind is throughout the conversation, it sparked something genuine. Fuck, I was like so curious. Well, I guess this is ADHD, braces, and this is we got braces, boys, stunning boys,
broken jaw,
a broken jaw.
Have you ever broken anything?
Yeah. Oh my god. Actually, that's what I was gonna get at. Sorry. Thank you. Oh my god. Okay. The fetish thing with certain things. I recently, I was a figure skater.
Okay.
Yeah, I retired right before I turned 23, and but it was a ton of like dislocating, tearing things, concussions. Yeah. Versus more than breaking bones for some reason.
Yeah.
Just in my case, other than fingers, like broke some fingers doing that, but I recently in early September broke my ankle and my foot.
What?
And I posted something on TikTok, like nonchalantly, like it was just like a whatever.
The men came out. The men who want to fuck a broken foot came out.
The amount of views, the amount of saves, like
not a save.
The amount of saves, and the amount of private messages that were like, okay, first of all, some of them must be on the same Reddit, like for sure. They have certain things to understand because they were like, oh, I'm in school for this. Like, I need to know the details of how you broke your foot and like what exactly is going on and like some photos of it. Like, yeah, it's really funny. And I was like, dying.
That's crazy.
They have this down to like they're just saying like I'm trying to do like a study in school. Whoa. No, you're not. And it was like down to like almost the exact same. Like I was like, okay, either ChatGPT's gotten so used to like how to approach somebody that has if I have that cast. Yeah,
crazy.
It was really funny.
They pretended to be a student.
I've got like
I went to school for massage.
Okay, I went to school for osteopathy.
Never reach out to someone online and say I need photos of your feet.
It's not a thing.
Not a thing.
It's not a thing.
Insane.
Really funny, in my opinion. Like hilarious.
Yeah.
And then
I'm doing a study on your foot.
And then there would be like a few of them that I was like, oh my god, you're a real one. I want to reply to you because I think it's funny. They were like, hey, this is my thing.
Yeah, I want to jerk off to your feet.
Not to make it weird, you're probably getting a ton of messages right now. Like they knew.
Yeah. That's nice.
And I was like, you know what? Thank you for being.
Yeah. They're like, your inbox is probably flooded with fake students. But I would like to jerk
reality.
off to your feet.
And they were like, not to be like aggressive. Like I was like, well, it still fucking makes me like I don't want to yuck anybody's yums, but there's a cast and I would get messages too, like, do you still have your cast or are you in an air cast now? Like crazy shit. Like they know the process. They want I think how it seems and looks is they want like a cast. An actual cast.
Like if you sent it to them, that they would.
Oh my god, I also got that offered. But they want to see you in an actual cast.
Interesting. Yeah, because that's not like the air cast. Foot fetish, but then this is more like
it's a whole thing.
A woman who is
an injured baby bird.
Yeah,
they're prey.
That seems what this is like.
I don't know what it is. And
listen, you're incapacitated a little bit, and they're like.
That's how I like my men too.
Yeah,
but I think like. I never want to yuck people's yums, right? We go, okay, that's your thing. I hear you. I like that. Fine. And I'm not going to judge it, but just, it's not for me.
No.
I had this one friend, and I'm not going to out anything, but we were in our late teen years, and she was dating this guy to the point where she was spending a lot of time at his place. So like occasionally even she'd like tidy up or like whatever, right? And he was out one day, and she was vacuuming. And she went to go under the bed to vacuum and like was hitting something and she looked and there were like adult diapers. And so she was like, is everything like, hey, like I'm sorry to bring this up, but like, is everything okay? It's okay if you have a problem, like talk to me about it. Like I'll totally be understanding of that, whatever. And he was like, no, his fetish was like and she was like, well, like I love you and I want like
No, she didn't do it.
So first of all, he loved to pretend like he was a baby, to pee in it. He liked the warmth at night in bed. And then he wanted her to like hold him like he was a baby and change his diaper.
No.
And she was like, And I'm only comfortable talking about this. Actually, fuck this guy. I'm gonna fuck him. He was super abusive. Yeah. Like actually abusive to her. So fuck this guy.
It is like that. I've heard other people like end up but on dates and stuff with men that are like, I like wear the diaper and I want you to be my mommy.
Whoa, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, and I mean, at least they're like bringing it up on the date.
That is great.
But like, also it's like, can't you just like go to a forum where that's who you're gonna end? Because like,
isn't
you
there
can't
some kind of like online live cam footage thing? Like,
exactly.
just do that.
Exactly. Like, I'm like, you can't just spring that on a girl and like expect her to be like, okay, yeah. Like, it's just not gonna happen.
No, I'm not that maternal.
We're not mommy.
I'm not that understanding. Okay, it's so fucking funny. Okay, good. I can't believe you've experienced that. Like, I'm trying to think. I guess I've had some other weird shit, but like not really, because I rarely date. Like,
I know I haven't really had any guy that's had like any specific fetish. Yeah, I mean, one guy was with liked that my feet were small. He didn't even like have a foot fetish really, but he would always like see my shoes and be like. Yeah. And he was really into that.
Yeah, I had the same thing.
Yeah, have
you small feet too?
I have these are I'm size 7s. I know they're so dirty.
I'm 6.5 and I have the exact same New Balances. I'm not joking.
Nice. Okay, so 6. It depends on the brand, but I'm 6.5 or 7. I'm about 5'7".
Okay, yeah, you're taller, so that makes sense. So they're small for your height.
They're small for my height, and he was really into that, and he was like, little feet. So I was like, I kind of loved that. I was like, if you're not trying to like fuck my feet and you just want to like freak out over how small they are, like
cute. That makes me feel precious.
Yeah, exactly. I'm precious. I'm a precious baby.
Oh fuck. Yeah. Okay, before we wrap up, a couple of things. First, so it's called Gorilla Cheeks because that was somebody said I had gorilla cheeks when I was getting laser hair removal.
Oh, wow.
Little ego check moment. Yeah. And it was the funniest thing somebody's ever said about me. So I was like, that's hilarious. And I used it in my stand-up and stuff.
Yeah.
And now it's the title of this. So I was like, okay, I've used something that could have been insulting for something good. Have you ever had a moment where maybe your ego was checked and you were like, you know what, I can kind of use this for good. Or maybe a better person. Something. It doesn't have to be physical. It could be anything.
I think. I mean, I guess I'm constantly like, you know what, actually, someone recently was like, Hannah hates to be left out of things.
Oh, okay.
And like, so that kind of checked me a little bit. Because I do hate to be left out of things. Even if I don't go, I like want the invite.
Yeah.
But I was like, you know what? I need to be the person that organizes. I'm so bad. I have ADHD. I'm not the organizer.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I do hate to be left out of things. So I was like, why don't I put this to good use and try and organize more things with my friends and be that person a little bit more. So yeah, I would say that's how I was like trying to spin it a little bit. And also if people do stuff without me, I have to just be like zen and be like, hope they have a good time.
Of course.
Hope everyone in the world has a good time.
Have the best time without me. You're missing my gorgeous personality. And my cute phone case. But that's fine. Okay, cool. Well, okay. You have something very, very, very exciting you want to talk about quickly before we wrap up. Like what projects do you have right now that you're excited about, or shows that you have?
Yes. So the big thing that's coming out is I have a TV show coming out called Destination Oshawa, which we talked about. It's a comedy, but it's about the travel and tourism board of Oshawa trying to get people to come visit the city.
Oh my God.
So that's us, and it's coming out April 9th on Bell 5, which you're like, Hannah, what's Bell 5? I live in America. Fair enough. It will eventually come out on other platforms, so just hold on to that. But April 9th is the Bell 5 release, which is coming up. Yes.
Well, onto your
and so many Toronto comedians are in it. So many are in it. So if you're a fan of anyone from Toronto, maybe they're in the show.
That's actually iconic. Yeah. That's so exciting. Yay! Okay. Thank where can people find you?
Any social media, I'm Hannah Veldhoen. Okay. Yeah. So I got that on every single one. So look me up, please. Okay. Instagram, TikTok, whatever.
Tag it.
YouTube.
We'll put it up there. I'm so glad you came on.
I'm so glad you asked me.
You gave me so much energy just coming in, and like it's just so nice to, I don't know, I don't see enough Canadians here in LA when I'm here visiting, so this was a
little slice of our tropical tundra wasteland. Yes.
A little bag of milk.
A little bag of milk. A
taste of a bag of milk.
Just 2 little bags of milk hanging out.
That makes me happy. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me. Oh my God.
Oh my God, that's a
yeah.